Hey guys, welcome to the School of Rockstar. This is another episode of Think Like a Rockstar. Today we're going to think like Elon Musk.
You need a team around you to deliver a lot of ideas. How do you choose your team? Based on what?
Well, I suppose honestly that it tends to be gut feel more than anything else. So when I interview somebody, my interview question is always the same.
What do you ask?
I said, tell me the story of your life and the decisions that you made along the way and why you made them. And also tell me about some of the most difficult problems you worked on and how you solved them. And that question I think is very important because the people that really solved the problem, they know exactly how they solved it. They know the little details. And the people that pretended to solve the problem, they can maybe go one level and then they get stuck.
He says, create a great team around you, because around you and for your business. Because what I learned from Evan Carmichael, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, all these people like Gary Vee, you need to have a great team that has same vision like you. They also have to think like you, even if they varies sometimes, but it doesn't matter. But they also need to have that same kind of passion, same kind of fire, because they need to complete all the tasks in the time. And without a team, you can't be like any leader in the world. He can't get that success that he has today. Like see Elon Musk, without his team, without all the members of his team, he won't be that successful, like a world famous. And Steve Jobs, he is always grateful for his team. And Gary Vee, he is the most inspiring and most talkative entrepreneur. He is going all the way to all the countries around the globe, and he's making the difference. So they all have a great team. The reason for their success is they built the team that has the people that has same kind of mindset. And I learned from Evan Carmichael, you need to build a team, but at the starting, if you are a startup, at the starting of your business, you need to do all the things by yourself. But when you are sure, when you are comfortable that you are making some money, or you're having that confidence to make it as a full, currently, are you doing you need to check whether you are doing a part-time entrepreneurship or a full-time entrepreneurship. Then if you are a full-time entrepreneur, then you need to think like a few points, and you need to keep few points in your mind. At the starting, you should not spend money to make your business grow, because you should not spend money until you get money through your business. So after getting some money, you need to put that money in the business, again in the business itself, to grow, to build a team. When you're confident enough that you're making some money, then try to hire a part-time employee. We have many resources to get a part-time employee, just for $5, just for $10. They can create thumbnails, they can edit videos. Just try it. You have a Upwork.com, Fiverr.com, Freelance.com. You have many resources. You should not wait until you find a perfect person. You won't find a perfect person for a lifetime. Then you are wasting so much of time and resources. Now all the time, what you do is you should post a job requirement on the website, and you look for all the all the candidates and interview. But nowadays the process has changed a lot, and you can also pick, you should pick the person who has who has created a portfolio through his or her work. So you need to pick that person, and don't spend money until you make it, because your team helps you a lot to grow your business from this level to this level. Because when you are off to a meeting, when you are off to vacation, they will work for you. They will manage all the business things. And if you went to any speaking gig, then they will take care of all the things. You need to believe in your team, and also one main thing, you need to spend a day to guide your team members, to teach or to learn what they are going through and how you can guide them. You need to spend some time with your team. You need to build a strong team, because that's very good for your business and your firm mental health. Otherwise, you'll be so much worried. What's going to happen in my business? I'm not doing, if you are the sole person who does all the things by yourself for a long time, then you get all the money and your many subscribers, but you also have to have that leadership skills, team building skills, time management skills. That's all come through building a team. You need to lead your team, you need to lead and inspire the people around you and in the team that you have. You need to grateful for them, grateful for their work. Don't spend money until you make it, and also spend time with your team members and guide them, lead them, inspire them. If they are going anywhere wrong, guide them to change their path or change their perspective, how they are thinking. And if they are some people are like introverts, they won't express all their feelings, but you need to spend time with them personally, talk to them, so that it won't affect your business. It won't affect their work. You should really care about them. You should really care about your team members. Build a great team. Create a team. Don't be a victim. If you want to be a great leader, you need to build a great team, and you need to have that leadership skills. If you want to learn more about leadership, you can watch Simon Sinek. He's excellent in explaining leadership skills and how to manage great teams. He gave many talks in Microsoft, Google, many big corporate companies. So learn how to build a team. They should have the same perspective. They should have a same vision and fire that you have towards your entrepreneurship, towards your goals. They also have that. The persons you pick into your team, they also should have the same passion and vision. So pick your team wise. Don't be a victim of your life. Be a rock star. Thank you guys. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.
The greatest people are self-managing. They don't need to be managed. Once they know what to do, they'll go figure out how to do it, and they don't need to be managed at all. What they need is a common vision, and that's what leadership is. What leadership is having a vision, being able to articulate that so the people around you can understand it, and getting a consensus on a common vision. We wanted people that were insanely great at what they did, but we're not necessarily those seasoned professionals, but who had at the tips of their fingers and in their passion the latest understanding of where technology was and what we could do with that technology, and who wanted to bring that to lots of people. So the neatest thing that happens is when you get a core group of 10 great people, it becomes self-policing as to who they let into that group. So I consider the most important job of someone like myself is recruiting.
We agonized over hiring. We had interviews. You could go back and look at some of the interviews agendas. They would start at 9 or 10 in the morning and go through dinner. A new interviewee would talk to everybody in the building at least once and maybe a couple times, and then come back for another round of interviews, and then we'd all get together and talk about it.
And then before they fill out an application.
No, they never filled out.
The most critical part of the interview, at least to my mind, was when we finally decided we liked them enough to show them the Macintosh prototype, and then we sat them down in front of it, and if they just kind of were bored or said, this is a nice computer, we didn't want it. We wanted their eyes to light up and them to get really excited, and then we knew they were one of us.
And everybody just wanted to work, not because it was work that had to be done, but it was because something that we really believed in, that was just going to really make a difference. And that's what kept the whole thing going.
We all wanted exactly the same thing, and instead of spending our time arguing about what the computer should be, we all knew what the computer should be, and we just went and did it.
We went through that stage in Apple where we went out and we thought, oh, we're going to be a big company, let's hire professional management. We went out and hired a bunch of professional management. It didn't work at all. Most of them were bozos. They knew how to manage, but they didn't know how to do anything. And so if you're a great person, why do you want to work for somebody you can't learn anything from? And you know what's interesting? You know who the best managers are? They're the great individual contributors who never, ever want to be a manager, but decide they have to be a manager because no one else is going to be able to do as good a job as them.
After hiring 2 professional managers from outside the company and firing them both, Jobs gambled on Debbie Coleman, a member of the Macintosh team. 32 years old, an English literature major with an MBA from Stanford, Debbie was a financial manager with no experience in manufacturing.
I mean, there's no way in the world anybody else would give me this chance to run this kind of operation. And I don't kid myself about that. This is an incredible high risk, both for myself personally and professionally, and for Apple as a company, to put a person like myself in this job. I mean, they're really betting on a lot of things. We're betting that my skills at organizational effectiveness, override all those, lack of technology, lack of experience, lack of, time in manufacturing. So it's a big risk, and I'm just an example, and every single person on the Mac team, almost to your, entry-level person, you could say that about. This is a place where people were afforded just incredibly unique opportunities to prove that they could write the book again.
Inscribed inside the casing of every Macintosh, unseen by the consumer, are the signatures of the whole team. This is Apple's way of affirming that their latest innovation is a product of the individuals who created it, not the corporation.